The brave little dolphin. Once upon a time, in the sparkling blue ocean, there lived a young dolphin named Finn. Finn was smaller than the other dolphins in his pod, but he had the biggest heart. While the others loved racing through the waves, Finn dreamed of exploring the faraway reefs and meeting creatures from every corner of the sea. Finn's dream. One morning, Finn told his mother, "One day, I'll discover a secret place in the ocean that no dolphin has ever seen." His mother smiled gently. "Be careful, my little one. The ocean is full of wonders but also dangers." The trouble begins. One afternoon, while playing hide and seek with his friends near the coral reef, Finn noticed something strange. The water grew darker, and the fish were swimming away in panic. "Oh no!" cried a clownfish. "A giant net has trapped my family." Finn swam closer and saw a huge fishing net stuck between rocks, filled with struggling fish. His dolphin friends were too scared to approach. "We're too small to help," said one of them. But Finn's heart beat with courage. "Maybe I'm small, but I can try." The underwater journey. Finn darted off to find help. He asked Tara the sea turtle, who offered her strong shell to push against the net. He called Ollie the octopus, who wrapped his clever arms around the ropes to loosen them. He found Krabby the crab, who clicked his claws proudly. All cut through the toughest knots. Together, they swam back to the trapped fish. The Great Rescue. The net was heavy, and the fish were growing weak. Finn encouraged his friends. "Push, Tara. Pull, Ollie. Snip, Krabby. We can do this." With one final effort snap, the ropes broke, and the fish swam free, cheering with joy. The ocean glittered with bubbles of happiness. "You saved us," cried the clownfish. Finn's friends looked at him with awe. "You were so brave, Finn. You led us all." A hero's return. When Finn returned to his pod, he expected to be scolded for taking such risks. But instead, the elder dolphins circled around him. "You may be small," said the oldest dolphin, "but today, you showed the true heart of a hero. Courage is not about size, it's about kindness and bravery." Finn beamed with pride. He had always wanted to prove himself, but now he understood being brave meant helping others, no matter how big or small you were. From that day on, Finn was no longer just the little dolphin of the pod. He was known throughout the ocean as Finn the brave protector of the seas.
The Adventures of Misty, the Brave Cat. Misty was not an ordinary cat. With her soft gray fur and sparkling green eyes, she loved to explore every corner of her little village. While the other cats were content napping in the sun, Misty always searched for secrets, hidden paths, and mysteries no one else noticed. One evening, While chasing a firefly near the old oak tree, Misty discovered something strange, a tiny wooden door hidden among the roots. She had never seen it before. Curiosity tugged at her whiskers. With a gentle push of her paw, the door creaked open. And before Misty knew it, she slipped inside and tumbled into a glowing tunnel of light. When Misty landed, she found herself in a magical forest where trees shimmered like crystal and flowers hummed soft melodies. The air smelled of honey and starlight. Misty's tail swished with excitement. But something felt different. The animals of this enchanted forest looked worried. A family of rabbits whispered nervously, a deer paced in circles, and birds flew low with anxious songs. Misty padded forward and asked gently, "What's wrong?" An old owl swooped down from a high branch, his feathers silver with wisdom. "Ah, Misty," he said, as though he already knew her name. "Our forest has lost its guiding light. The moonstone lantern, which keeps the magic alive, has been stolen. Without it, darkness will spread." Misty's heart raced. She had never faced such a challenge before, but her paws felt steady. "I'll help you find it," she declared. The owl gave Misty a glowing feather for guidance. "Follow where it points and it will lead you to the lantern." Misty set out at once. Along the way, she met new friends. A clever squirrel who could unlock hidden doors with his tiny paws, a gentle fox who knew secret forest paths, a little bluebird who sang songs to keep their spirits brave. Together, they crossed rivers of silver water, climbed trees taller than mountains, and walked through fields where the flowers whispered encouragement. At last, the feather pointed toward a dark cave at the edge of the forest. Inside the cave, shadows twisted like snakes. At the center stood a greedy raven, black as midnight, clutching the moonstone lantern in his claws. "This light is mine now," the raven croaked. "With it, I will rule the skies and silence the forest." Misty stepped forward, her green eyes blazing. "Magic is not meant to be stolen. It belongs to everyone." The raven laughed, spreading his wings. "And what can one little cat do?" But Misty was not alone. The squirrel darted forward and loosened the stone the raven perched on. The fox created a diversion, leading the raven to chase him. And the bluebird sang so loudly that the cave shook with echoes. Seizing the moment, Misty leapt with all her strength, landing gracefully in front of the lantern. With one swift paw, she pulled it free from the raven's grip. The lantern glowed brighter and brighter until the shadows melted away. The raven, defeated, shrieked and flew into the night. With the moonstone lantern safely in her paws, Misty returned to the heart of the forest. As she placed it back on its pedestal, silver light spread through every branch, flower and leaf. The forest bloomed with joy, animals danced, and the sky sparkled with stars once more. The wise owl bowed his head. "You are brave, Misty. Remember, courage is not about size or strength, it's about heart. And yours is full of light." Misty purred proudly, her whiskers twitching with happiness. She had come as a curious cat, but now she was a hero. When Misty returned through the little wooden door, she found herself once again beneath the old oak tree. The morning sun was rising, and the fireflies had disappeared. For a moment, she wondered if it had all been a dream, until she saw the glowing feather lying at her paws. Misty smiled, stretchy.
The Carousel of Dreams. In a quiet little town by the sea lived a girl named Lily. She was curious, brave, and loved to imagine magical places. One summer evening, while wandering near the edge of the old fairgrounds, Lily noticed something strange. The fair had been closed for many years. The rides were rusty, the cotton candy stalls were empty, and the laughter of children had long since faded away. Yet, in the center of the abandoned park, The carousel was glowing softly under the moonlight. The horses gleamed as if they were alive, and the carousel's music whispered faintly in the breeze. Drawn by wonder, Lily stepped closer. Suddenly, a gentle voice echoed, "Welcome, traveler of dreams. Choose your horse, and your adventure will begin." Lily's eyes widened. Who said that? But no one was there, only the carousel itself, shimmering with magic. Taking a deep breath, she climbed onto a white horse with a golden mane. The moment she held the reins, the carousel spun faster and faster until the world around her blurred. When it stopped, Lily found herself among the Cloud Kingdom, where castles floated on puffy clouds and giant birds soared through the skies. Lily's journey didn't stop there. Each time she returned to the carousel and chose a new horse, it carried her to a different magical land. On the blue horse, she dove into the ocean of wonders, where mermaids sang and dolphins guided her to glowing coral caves. On the green horse, she entered the enchanted forest, where trees whispered secrets and fireflies lit hidden paths. On the silver horse, she soared beyond the stars into the galaxy gardens, where flowers bloomed in space and comets danced like fireflies. Every land was filled with beauty, but also a challenge. Something seemed to be missing: a melody, a piece of magic that tied all worlds together. One night, when Lily returned from her adventures, the carousel spoke again. "To keep the worlds alive, I need my heart song. Without it, the magic will fade." Lily realized that the music of the carousel had been faint all along. That was the missing piece. She promised to find the heart song and bring it back. Her clues lay hidden in each magical land. From the Cloud Kingdom, she took a feather flute that played wine notes. From the Ocean of Wonders, she received a shell harp that sang with the waves. From the Enchanted Forest, she was given a crystal chime that rang like the trees' laughter. From the Galaxy Gardens, she found a star violin that shimmered with light. When Lily placed all the instruments together on the carousel, they began to glow. She held the bow of the star violin and played. Slowly, the feather flute, shell harp, and crystal chime joined in. The heart song filled the night sky, wrapping the carousel in golden light. The carousel spoke softly, "Thank you, Lily. Because of your courage, children will once again dream and believe." Lily smiled, feeling proud and full of wonder. And sometimes, late at night, if you listen closely, you might hear the faint music of Lily's carousel drifting on the wind, inviting another dreamer to climb aboard.